You've got to be kidding me right now. What you're about to see will blow your mind. Oh my goodness, guys. This can't be real. Hello, coin enthusiasts out there. It is Dax Collects, and we have finished Season 2 of our coin roll hunting journey. This is the beginning of Season 3, but before we start hunting coins for this upcoming season, we're going to go over our best finds from Season 2, Quarter 4, between January 12th, 2025 to April 12th, 2025. Now, I gotta say this. I said in the previous quarterly finds video that I hope that the final quarter of the season ended off with a bang. And I can honestly say that we definitely ended off with a bang. So many beautiful coins that we have found in these past 3 months. And I love to share you guys what we have in front of us here. An absolutely insane haul right here. Now, I don't think there's anything too noteworthy in this collection to plug in for our US Typeset album here. Here's our progress so far. Last time we took a look at this, we filled in a 1906 Indian head penny, a 1909 V-nickel, and a 1963 Ben Franklin. Kind of deciding if I want to put a silver-clad coin in here instead of this 1974. We'll have to see. I'm thinking about it. All right, now without further ado, let's go ahead and share all the finds for this fantastic quarter of coin roll hunting. Starting with this beauty. We have this Indian head penny from the year 1880, found on March 29th, 2025, inside of penny box number 113. You've got to be kidding me right now. This is now the oldest penny that we have ever found in circulation. Now, that clip you just saw there was exactly when I found this coin in circulation and how long ago it was when I posted that video. Now, with a mintage of 39 million roughly, this coin is a pretty phenomenal find. Only the third one ever found throughout our journey, and just has a lovely reverse of the wreath surrounding the 1 cent and the shield above, and a beautiful example at that. Still has quite the detail left of this coin. Just a phenomenal piece. Okay. Now, I will say this in advance. These coins that I'm sharing with you all are mostly additions, except for a few that are upgrades, like this 1946 Philadelphia here, and quite a few half dollars here that were also upgrades. Let's go ahead and bring out the first of 2 additions for the #1 collection book that we found. This 1911 Philadelphia. Found this coin on February 15th, 2025, inside of penny box number 106. Inside of roll number 29, we just found our oldest wheat penny of all time. 1911, minted in Philadelphia. With a mintage of 101 million, this coin isn't really too rare. It's not the hardest coin to find in circulation. I'm sure with enough coin boxes, you could find one yourself. And this 1911 we found doesn't look too bad for a 114-year-old wheat penny. A nice piece for the collection book. Next coin is our second edition from that book. 1917 Philadelphia. Found this on February 25th, 2025, inside of penny box number 107. Roll number 49 has a wheat penny find that we have not seen before in circulation. Take a look. We have a 1917 wheat penny from the Philadelphia Mint with a mintage of 196 million. Again, just like the 1911 before it, definitely not the most difficult penny to find in circulation. Now, we have key dates and semi-key date wheat pennies, and those coins had mintages of just over 1 million or even below 1 million, which is crazy to think about because our modern coinage, the ones we see today, have a mintage for each of the coins at well over 1 billion. So imagine finding a coin with a very low mintage of, say, 2 million. That's a rare coin right there. And those are very, very difficult to find. Almost impossible. But hey, another book filler here for our collection. And that's all we have for the pennies. Didn't really find anything too crazy this time for pennies, except for the Indian head. Now, this was by far our best output for the nickels here. Holy crap. I've never had better luck with the nickels in any quarter than this one here. Found buffalo nickels and even found some additions for our Jefferson Nickels album, which is unbelievable. So let's start with our first buffalo nickel find right here. 1920, Philadelphia. We found this coin on January 20th, 2025, inside of nickel box number 96. There it is. This one's from Philadelphia, since there is no mint mark below 5 cents. The date is hard to make out, but I see some of the numbers. The last 2 digits, I think, maybe a 1920. I do believe we have a 1920 Philadelphia with a mintage of 63 million. Now, whenever I hunt nickels, every time we find a buffalo nickel, it brings me so much joy. Perhaps my favorite design for any American coinage all time. Just love the Native American on the obverse and the nice American bison on the reverse. That's technically what it is, but it's more commonly known as a buffalo. A lot of creativity went into this coin. Just so much creativity that it's basically why I love this coin so much. And that's the first buffalo nickel addition. All these 4 buffalo nickels were additions for our collection book. Here's our second edition, the 1927 Denver, found on March 9th, 2025, inside of nickel box number 100. Oh my goodness. Do you see this, folks? We already have a buffalo nickel in just the very first roll. What is happening right now? All right. Ba-ding. Right off the bat, we have a Buffalo nickel. What on earth? Check out the date. I see a 27, so 1927. Let's see if we have a mint mark. And we do. Looks like a 1927 Denver. Okay. It has a mintage of 5.7 million, making it a bit more difficult to find than the more common nickels from this series. The best part about this find is that we found this in our second ever live stream on the channel. Happy to have found this coin with you all during that day. And let's see if we can find anything in dime box number 100, quarter box number 100, or even $half box number 100. But I might actually do a live stream for that one for 50. I've been thinking about it. Now let's bring out these two Buffalo nickels. They're basically from the same nickel box. So we have a 1934 Philadelphia and a 1936 San Francisco. Both of these coins were found on March 10th, 2025, inside of nickel box number 102. Inside of roll number 4, we have our first Buffalo nickel of this 2-box hunt. 1934, a very visible date. From Philadelphia, we have our second Buffalo nickel of the box inside of roll number 13. And take a look at the mint mark. We have a San Francisco Buffalo nickel. Oh, man. This could be a box for the ages here. Did we find our second edition of this hunt? Let's flip this coin to the obverse. $19.36. Now those cursed Chuck E. Cheese coins were trying to ruin the whole hunt for me, but they chose this box, and inside of that box were these two beauties with mintages of 20 million and 15 million respectively. And very nice examples of these coins too. I would say those Chuck E. Cheese coins gave us a blessing more than a curse that day. It was a part of an April Fool's joke, essentially, if you guys aren't aware of that. It's something I did back when I first started YouTube, like near the end of season 1. And I recorded that video on April 1st, 2024. Essentially made a joke about it where I had to flip a Chuck E. Cheese coin to determine a box, and then I ended up not doing it. And then I made it a bigger thing this year, but I recorded the video on March 10th, so I did it in advance so I could post the video on April 1st. So hopefully you guys like that a little spin on my videos, something different, you know, from the usual thing I do. I like doing little projects like that. It's kind of fun. Alrighty. And speaking of that nickel box, we have another find coming up from that very same box, which I'll show you guys here in a bit. But let's take a look at this one. Now, this isn't the 1948 San Francisco that we found in nickel box number 96. This was an upgraded version of that coin from a later box. But our first ever 1948S we found was on January 20th, 2025, inside of nickel box number 96. Here's another 1948. You guys know what we're looking for. Did we find the San Francisco variant? Let's see. Yes, we did. Oh my goodness. Now, as you could tell, the obverse didn't look so great, and the reverse didn't look that great either from one side, but it was the first one we found that day. I could not believe it took us that long to find a 1948S in circulation, but we did. This coin has a mintage of 11.3 million. Definitely one of the harder Jefferson nickels to find in circulation, but very possible. It was one of the 4 missing Jefferson nickels that we had yet to find during this time, and we found our first one of those in this quarter, and the next one will be the second one. A beautiful piece right here. Now, I'm going to wear my gloves for this one because this next find is the best nickel find for the Jefferson series. It has the lowest mintage of any Jefferson nickel coin ever minted. It is the ever so popular, the ever so famous $1950 Denver with a definite mint state grade condition right here. So I'm talking between 60 and 70. Now, definitely not 70. I'd say more like 60 to 65. We found this beauty on March 10th, 2025, inside of nickel box number 102. Wow. We have a beautiful 1950. Was this coin from the Denver Mint? Let's see. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you could tell that nickel box number 102 was absolutely incredible for finds. Those 2 Buffalo nickels before that I showed together and this one were all found in that box. So one of the best nickel boxes I've gone through in quite some time, and with a mintage of 2.6 million. Like I said, the lowest mintage for any Jefferson nickel ever minted. This is technically a key date Jefferson nickel coin, just like the 1939 Denver. And this is the second Jefferson nickel find that was an addition for our album. And now we're only missing just 2 nickels for the Jefferson series to complete the set. The 39 Denver and the 45 San Francisco. So we're almost there. Man, an unbelievably beautiful coin. The gloves are back off. Now it's time for this one. Our only proof nickel we found in this quarter, 2004 San Francisco, found on April 1st, 2025, inside of nickel box number 104. And we found a proof nickel. Look at that. It's from the year 2004. I believe. As you can see, it says Louisiana Purchase, 1803. And there it is. 2004 San Francisco Proof Nickel. A nice deep cameo finish. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, it's basically the contrast of the details to the field. So it's more of a black and white finish, essentially. The fields being mostly black, and then the details mostly white with that very nice frosty finish. A cameo finish would not have this frosty look as much. It's essentially like a darker version of this coin. It's not as bright and white, but it still has a little bit of frost. And then your regular proof doesn't have any frost at all. It's just all mirror-like. And on the reverse of this coin is this, the piece metal variant. This coin has a mintage of just under 3 million. And I decided to put it in a 2x2 coin holder to preserve it and store it in my collection, which goes into my personal coin album, the one that you guys have seen in my past videos. And I've even made a short about it once, showing my collection way back in like May 2023 or something like that. It was a long time ago. Might have to make a revised version of it someday to show you guys my collection today. We'll have to see. But there we go. That's our proof coin. And now we're going to take a look at a Canadian nickel here with an incredible finish. Look at this. So it's a centennial coin from 1967. And it features Queen Elizabeth II with a tiara on and a rabbit on the reverse. We found this coin on January 19th, 2025, inside of nickel box number 95. We have a Canadian nickel here from 1967, celebrating 100 years of its Confederation. And on the reverse is a rabbit. This is our oldest Canadian nickel find of all time, with a mintage of 37 million. So a beautiful piece for the collection. And that's that. Not much else to say about it. And that is all for our nickels. Absolutely insane. Now it's time to go on to the dimes. Showing off 2 coins here at the same time, both found in the same box. 1946 Philadelphia, an upgrade, and a 1957 Philadelphia, an addition. Both found on January 29th, 2025, inside of dime box number 59. That is a silver dime. Let's check this dime out. We have a 1957 minted in Philadelphia. Excellent. Let's take a look at this silver dime. We have another Philadelphia silver Roosevelt dime. And we just found a first year Roosevelt dime, 1946. Absolutely incredible. With mintages of 255 million and 160 million respectively. And beautiful coins as well. Definitely some outstanding pieces for the collection. And they are stored in my Roosevelt Dimes album. Okay, that's the first two. Now, we definitely found quite a bit of silver dimes, but I didn't decide to share the 1964 since those are very common coins. And these three coming up are additions. So we've ended up finding 4 additions overall for the dimes this quarter. Here's our second one. 1946. Denver. Found this coin on March 3rd, 2025, inside of dime box number 62. We do have a mint mark. This silver dime is from Denver. Oh, wow. With a mintage of 61 million. Not as easy to find as the Philadelphia variant. A nice piece here for the collection as well. Third edition is this 1951 Denver silver dime, found on March 3rd, 2025, but this time inside of dime box number 63. Very close to being an ender, just like the previous box. All right, let's go ahead and check the year and mint of this dime. We have a 1951 Denver silver dime with a mintage of 57 million, rounding up. And our fourth edition is this one from 1956. Philadelphia. Found on February 12th, 2025, inside of dime box number 60. We found silver dime number 3. And here it is. We have a 1956 Philadelphia right here with a mintage of 109 million. With these 4 additions, it brought us 4 steps closer to completing the silver dime set, which will be quite the feat if we do. So we will keep on trying to hunt those dime boxes and find any more unique silver dimes out there in circulation. And we've done good so far. And now let's go ahead and grab this one. This proof dime from 2006 San Francisco, found on January 29th, 2025, inside of dime box number 59. Oh boy. We are currently on roll number 43, and we found a beautiful coin right here. Look at this. We just found a proof dime with a nice deep cameo finish on the obverse and on the reverse. This coin has a mintage of just over 2 million. These are definitely not intended for circulation. You can only find these in proof sets. So somehow, some way, they were cracked from the proof sets and thrown into circulation. Maybe the previous owner didn't know what these are, so they decided to cash them in for 10 cents face value. And there we go. And it leaves us coin roll hunters to find them out there in circulation to keep for the collection. So this is our only proof dime for this quarter. Not bad at all. And that's it for the dimes. Now it's time for the quarters, starting with This 1947 Philadelphia, found on March 11th, 2025, inside of quarter box number 65. Let's take a look. Oh boy. I don't think I've found this before. Look at this year. 1947 Philadelphia with a mintage of 23 million. Definitely not the easiest coin to find, especially where I live. I find about one of these silver quarters per about 5 quarter boxes. So that's $2,500 that I'm looking through just to find one silver quarter. Very, very tough coins. And this is our first edition of the #1 collection book, and the only one. And then the next two are editions for the #2 book. So we're starting with the 1958 Denver, found on February 19th, 2025, inside of quarter box number 64. Ta-da! We just found a silver quarter in circulation. Now, is this a quarter we haven't seen in circulation before? Or is it a 1964? Let's see. Let's see what the year is for this silver quarter. 1958. This coin has a mintage of 78 million and one of 2 editions for our #2 book. Very nice piece right here. And here's our second edition of the #2 book. 1959 Philadelphia, found on February 5th, 2025, inside of quarter box number 61. Our first silver quarter of the year. Let's go ahead and check it out. Looks like we have a Philadelphia silver quarter. From the year 1959 with a mintage of 24 million. And there we go. And now, here's another proof coin from 1979 San Francisco, Type 2 variant, which basically is the mint mark type. So there was a Type 1 and a Type 2 for the S mint mark, either the clear S or the filled S. And the one we found is a clear S. Found on February 5th, 2025, inside of quarter box number 61. We have a proof quarter here with some cameo to it. Holy smokes. Let's take a look at the year. 1979 San Francisco. So we found this coin alongside the 1959 Philadelphia that I just showed you guys previously. A nice cameo finish. And this coin has a mintage of 3.7 million. Beautiful piece here. Any proof coins I find, I put them in 2x2 coin holders, no matter what condition they're in. They could be in the worst condition possible, and I'll still put them in these coin holders just to keep for the collection. Some of my relatives are intrigued by my current collection, so I always like to share what I found with everybody. Basically show why I still coin roll hunt today and continue to find coins like these. It's pretty cool. Each of these coins got a story to tell. And that's it for the quarters. Now it's time for this outrageous quarter of $half here. Definitely our best output for the $half for any quarter in my history of coin roll hunting. We found a bunch of silver. Starting with a 1954 Denver Ben Franklin $half found on February 26th, 2025, inside of $half box number 31. And now we made it to the roll with the Ben Franklin Ender. Look at that. Don't see anything else. Let's take a look. We have the Liberty Bell on the reverse. United States of America, the model E Pluribus Unum, $half below it, with a Denver mint mark just below the E on states. And you already know the year, 1954. If you guys have not checked out $half box number 31, I would highly recommend you do so. I'll put the card up here for you. Absolutely my best $half box hunt of all time. And the most lucrative by far. Here's the reverse of the coin with the Liberty Bell and the D mint mark above and just below the E on states. This coin has a mintage of 25 million. Still have yet to find a walking Liberty $half in circulation. That's one of the coins I've been dreaming of finding someday. But I know it's possible. If we can find these, I'm sure we can find a walker. So that's the first coin for the $half. And now let's go ahead and grab all of these $half. We have 5 of them in total that we have found in just one $half box. A 90% silver 1964, 1967, and then a 1967 as well, and 2 1969 Denvers. All these were found on January 12th, 2025, inside of $half box number 25. Silver $half number 1. That's a silver. Check it out. 1969 Denver silver $half. A $half composed of 40% silver. I see a silver right there. It looks like it's going to be a 90% silver $half. And we do have a 90. There's that Denver mint mark right where I'm pointing. That's a guaranteed 90. So we have a 1964 Denver silver $half. Not that I can see. And here it is. The 1969 Denver, our second one of the box. Looks like we have a 40% silver here. We have a 1967 silver $half here. That looks good to me. Let's flip it to the obverse. Yes, we have a 40% silver. Our second 1967 of the box. Now, I included these coins because this was the $half box hunt that I started just after I finished recording the Season 2, Quarter 3 quarterly finds video. And we started Quarter 4 with an absolute bang with these silver halves. Outstanding. This 90% silver half dollar is worth about $11 today. And these 40% silver half dollars are worth about $4.50 today. So about 20 times its face for a 90 and about 9 times its face for the 40% silvers. So it's always worth keeping whenever you find them in circulation. All right, and that's the first wave of half dollars. There's a bigger one than this coming up. You guys can already see it. All right, time for the next one, which is this one, a 1969 Denver. This is the exact one I found on January 12th, 2025, inside of half dollar box number 26. Let's check this silver half dollar out. We have a 1969 Denver 40% silver half dollar right here. So in that same 2-box half dollar hunt, we found another one. So 6 in total for that whole video. And it's a beautiful example too. Nice luster finish. Love the symbolism of the eagle for America. Here's another piece for our collection. Next coin, we have this 1967 half dollar found on January 23rd, 2025, inside of half dollar box number 28. We have a 40% silver half dollar. I'll show you guys right here. That looks good. Flip it to the obverse. And there you go. We have a 1967. Another 40% silver to add to the collection for our all-time hunts. There we go. Now, including the Franklin half dollar we found in this box, we found 17 silver Kennedy half dollars. Here they all are. Let's list off all of the coins we have here. So we have a 1964 Denver, 2 1966 silver half dollars, 7 1967 half dollars, 6 1968 half dollars, and 1 1969 Denver half dollar. All found on February 26th, 2025, inside of half dollar box number 31. Now, I'm not going to show each and every single one of these clips. That would take a while. We'll pretty much do one of each. So 164 Denver, 1 1966, 1 1967, and so on and so on. Let me make sure. Let's see. Is this a silver? It is. We have a silver find right off the bat. Here it is. Flip this to the obverse. We have a 1967 40% silver half dollar. I see another silver. Look at that. 1966. We have a silver half dollar. Check it out. 1969. Minted in Denver. And we just found another. Here it is. And we flip it to the obverse. We have a 1968 Denver. I believe this is a 90. This has got to be a 90% silver. And take a look at that, folks. We have a mint mark on the reverse. Denver right there. Which means we have a 1964 90% silver half dollar right here. This incredible haul is the reason why I continue what I do. When you keep on opening these boxes up, eventually you'll find a collection dump like this. Look at all that silver. That's the beautiful sound of silver clinking right there. And that was by far our best hunt ever. And it's not even close. Now, the 1964 Denver has a mintage of 156 million. The 1966 half dollar has a mintage of 109 million. The 1967 half dollar has a mintage of 295 million. The 1968 Denver half dollar has a mintage of 247 million. And the 1969 Denver half dollar has a mintage of 130 million. And now it's time to go ahead and grab our next one. Our most recent find of this quarter, our final half dollar box hunt of season 2. 1968 Denver, found on April 11th, 2025, inside of half dollar box number 35. We have a silver half dollar find. Can you see it? There it is. Let me show you guys what we found here. Now you want to look for that nice silver color like this one here. And when we flip this coin to the obverse, we have a 40% silver half dollar. And there we go. And now there's one final coin left. I'm going to go ahead and put on my gloves again. And our final coin here is this 1988 San Francisco proof half dollar that we found on February 26th, 2025, inside of half dollar box number 32. We have a proof half dollar. Look at that. 1988 San Francisco. And this coin has a mintage of 3.3 million. Nice mirror-like finish and cameo finish. And there we go, folks. All of our best finds for quarter 4 of season 2. We found 14 silver dimes, 3 silver quarters, and 26 silver half dollars, 3 of which are 90% silver, and 23 of them are 40% silver. Our total silver value is $195. Unbelievable. Our total silver count for all the denominations is 43, which is 27 more than our previous quarter of 16. This haul pretty much compares to our season 2 quarter 2 finds for best output in just 3 months. It's a pretty close call on which one's a better one because They were both equally good. But I would say this just inches its way up to the top, in my opinion. Okay, so now that we have finished taking a look at each and every coin, I'm going to go ahead and pick my favorite of the bunch. And I think it's a no-brainer. It's this one right here. Our third ever Indian head penny find of all time, the 1880, right here. Now share what you guys find cool in this collection here down in the comments section. And please share some of your best coins that you have found personally in circulation or that you just have in your collection, period. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Now here's to an excellent Season 3 of Coin Roll Hunting. I'll see you guys in my next video when I post my first coin roll hunt of the season. So stay tuned for my Season 3 coin roll hunts. Now, as for if I want to plug in a silver-clad $50 to the typeset album, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. So let's open this up to the $50. We'll take out this 1974 Denver here. Just like so. I believe this might have been in my $50 album before, but we're going to actually put it in this one instead. This beautiful 1967 silver-clad $50. Let's go ahead and plug it in right now. Now, when I start my first Season 3 quarterly finds video for quarter 1, we'll take a look at any of the coins that we found and see if they're worth plugging in to this US typeset album. And that will conclude this video. Hopefully you guys had an absolutely fun ride, just like I did. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and see you in Season 3. For those of you that have watched the full video of my Season 2 Quarter 4 Best Finds, you get a bonus clip. Just a day after I filmed the video, I received these beautiful coins. So we have 3 steel pennies here, all graded in Mint State 65. Why did I buy these coins? Well, simple. I just love the fact how they're different from any other penny. And I just figured, you know what? I'll add some high-grade steel pennies to my collection. I bought these as a set for $70. Here's a 1943 Denver. This one, in my honest opinion, looks way better than a Mint State 65. Could arguably be Mint State 66. And then here's the 1943 S, or San Francisco. Beautiful pieces right here. So yeah, there you go, folks. That was my latest purchase. And thank you for watching the whole video. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you want to check out another video, click on the bottom left corner. See you guys next time.